Welcome back, fellow citizens of Jar, to Deron for Super President. This is the show in which we try to build our own country, take over the entire universe, and fix all of the universe's problems. If that sounds like something you think you might like, please hit the subscribe button down below to be counted as a citizen and to join us on our path to glory. Now, at some point in time, you all may or may not have done an online class. So welcome back to Micronations 101. Why should you listen to me? It's Deron. I have a certificate of dual business. This means you have to listen to me as certified by... So anyway, this week we'll be learning about how to turn your small boy nation into a big king nation. The one that people listen to and respect. Now, back in the olden days, there was a quote about data. Write this down in your books. And that quote was, wow, stats don't do quite what they say they do sometimes. You can really just sprinkle these however you want. Now, what's the favorite statistic of most nations to do that with? Well, today we'll be talking about GDP. GDP. Now, GDP is a measure of all the money that goes anywhere through your country at all. So basically, if I buy a banana for $10 and then that $10 goes into my account, the country also gets to pretend that they made $10, even though they didn't. Now, let's say you sell your car to your friend for $8. The country also gets to pretend that they get to brag about that number too, even though you're the one that ripped off Steven and he doesn't have anything to say about it, and that car's gonna die. Now, people use the GDP to measure all the ways that your country is big and better than everyone else, when in reality... Pulls off mask. This was me in disguise. Hi, I'm Dismaster Deron, here to basically explain how this is a stupid, bad way of measuring things. I don't think I've ever done a video like this. So here we go. The first being that it literally only measures money that changes hands. So if I pay you to burn down a national forest, this on paper is a good thing, somehow. Now, the reason people use very rigid definitions for things is it allows them to measure things, and then they can make weird conclusions about who's better than you and who's worse than you, and how you get to judge people in a lower socioeconomic class. Cool. But the problem with weird definitions is, if you've ever played any massively multiplayer game, you gotta update the meta every now and again. They really haven't rolled out a new patch update in the last 50 years for economics, so we can really do some metagaming strats that kind of break the whole game if you want to play with it. I call my first scenario the itchy and scratchy scenario. If you've ever heard the wonderful saying, it goes, you scratch my back and I'll scratch your back. Wrong. This is a horrible way of going through the economy. You need an exchange of goods and services. Instead, I'm gonna charge you $500 so I can scratch your back. And then after that, you'll charge me $500 so I can scratch your back. And then we're gonna do this over and over again, because the way we record things means that we just have infinity GDP. We're now bigger than the US or China. Next, we're gonna have plan number 2. I call this the Shoot Everyone program. First off, we're gonna sell a gun to everybody, and then we're all gonna go to the hospital and we'll get in a lineup. And when you get into the lineup, I'm gonna shoot you in the knee. And then you're gonna go through $50,000 to $150,000 of expensive and painful surgeries. That means across the country, our GDP is gonna go up by the cost of all that medical care, plus the cost of all the guns. Yay! Thirdly, and finally, we're gonna have a new program. I'm gonna call it the Gun Dumb Program, or GDP for short. And this program insists that every spare penny everyone has is going to be put into making very large mechs, and then the mechs are going to fight Robo-War style. Is this going to help anyone? No. In fact, it's going to destroy many buildings, which in reality is good for the economy, because it means more construction jobs. Don't worry, all the criticisms that I have said about this measuring statistic have been said in some form or another, but not in a way as cool or as down-to-earth as me, because I'm your cool hip teacher. I would even wear a hat, but they're not allowed at this school, because the bright light would shine on my eyes, and my eyes are pretty inset to begin with, so it's gonna get all shady and stuff. So 2 things. One, this one is probably a weird one. I just like trying weird stuff every now and again to break up what the expectations are. And second being, well, we'll be in this chair for the next few episodes as I pack and move house. So that is the case. So this has been your super presidential candidate, Deron, signing off for Saturday. It's the Saturday day of the week. saying welcome to Jar. Jar takes all kinds and you are family now. Please join us this week and every week. We go up every single Saturday and Monday. Don't forget to check down below in that description for links to fun things. And I will leave you, as always, with our viewer-submitted model for Jar in the viewer-submitted conlang for Jar, which is Mam Donapamen Lem. Miu Donapamen e ia leita. Miu Mam leita. See you Monday. And this episode is brought to you by Aiden. And also by Luke, and also by Rachel. 3 people who have contributed quite heavily to the gross national domestic product of Jar. The good per the GDP. Thanks. For all the money.